Hi guys, back again with another review, this time for the VEVOR electric screwdriver. We do see that the actual screwdriver itself is actually pretty nice. It's about pen size, well, bigger than pen size, but it really does make it easy for you to kind of pinpoint exactly what you want. Of course, when you turn it on, LED front light turns on here, and you have the two different modes here. Both of these kind of, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Cool thing that comes with this is this magnetizer and demagnetizer. So if you want to make your bits here magnetized or demagnetize them, you can use this little device here to kind of do that for you. So you could stick the bit up on top here to demagnetize, and then you can stick the bit inside to give it magnetism. That's pretty cool. I actually did use it already to secure some case screws in a computer. I did not take video of that because it slipped my mind, really. Performance was really good. The only real complaint I have about this is the packaging. So this is basically how it comes. You get it in a box here. Simple little box. I don't think I'm ever going to really, I didn't think I was going to really keep, but I guess I'm going to have to because there's really no other choice here. This is part of the box bottom, or the foam bottom here. And the reason for that is because these bits were impossible to remove without first pushing them up. And in order to do that, oh, there goes the magnetizer. No, sorry, the USB cable. In order to do that, I had to actually pull this back, get my hands all sticky, just to push on the bits to push them up. Now, that's all well and good, but none of these bits are labeled in the slightest. They're not labeled in the slightest, so there's no real good way of knowing what size you're using if you are not good at just telling that at a simple glance. And I don't think any of these bits are synonymous, or well, I guess synonymous is a good word for it. They're not really the same size as the ones in my iFixit kit. Actually, let me double check that. All right, doing this again. So this is an iFixit bit here, Torx bit, and when we try to place it in here, that's about as far as it goes, and it does not stay. So while, yeah, we could absolutely use this to kind of, yeah, that's not going to work. So I guess the bits are proprietarily sized, which would be fine if they were labeled. But they're not labeled, and I don't think that the stickers that are underneath them are not labeling stickers either, because this is what was underneath one of the bits, and there is nothing on either side of this that would be an indicator. Not to mention that that's a very dumb way to indicate if it were. Honestly, I give this, because of the bits alone, I give this a 3.5 out of 5. I can recommend it because it's a decent electric screwdriver. It has enough power to do what you want it to, but the proprietary bit size and the fact that they're not identifiable just at a glance. I mean, even like, for example, this iFixit one will tell you, if I can get to focus, it tells you it's a Torx, which, you can tell it's a Torx, but this is a T8H size. You can't really tell that with any of these other ones here, which, by the way, are still very hard to remove. Yeah, there's not any marking here other than right there where it just says Torx. Good job, VEVOR. Honestly, I was more enthused with this until that moment right there. The bits are really what weigh this thing down. Back to the actual screwdriver though, it is powered by USB-C, and it, you know, you charge the battery via USB-C and it can operate for a good little while. You know, it doesn't seem bad. It's very well built, the actual screwdriver. This part here is actually very well built, feels good in the hand. The LED light at the front is a nice touch, especially if you're working within a computer case. Honestly, I can't complain about this part of it. I wish they had a different attachment for the bit connector here to make it a little bit larger, but they don't. What you get is these proprietary bits that are not labeled at all, and that doesn't work well for me. I don't have the best eyesight, so being able to judge sizes, especially in millimeters or centimeters or, you know, anything like that, it's very tricky for me. So that's why I like my iFixit kit, because it comes with the sizes already on the actual bits, making it easy for me to get what I need when I need it, rather than just fumbling around with a bunch of bits until I find the size that seems to fit even a little bit. Yeah, it's a 3.5 out of 5. I can recommend it.